You are on with the Ruckus. Who am I speaking to?
This is Daniel Valdivia.
Danny Valdivia. How are you doing, Danny Valdivia?
Very good. How about yourself?
We are doing great. If you're just now tuning into the show, this is the Ruckus. We are joined by Danny Valdivia, who is coming off of a recent victory. The fight card was in Fresno. Was the Fight for Water? Was that the title of the fight card you were on, Danny?
Yes. Fight for Water 3.
Fight for Water 3 came out with the victory. Why don't you talk a little bit about your performance and how would you grade your performance in that fight?
Okay. Well, first off, I want to give a big thank you for having me on the show, Deandra. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and Ryan. But going back to the fight, it was a performance that I was very happy with. I was looking at this opponent having 10 bouts and coming in, I thought it was going to go the distance, but I prepared myself very well in training camp for 5 months. Once I stepped in the ring, I saw the openings, and I just started going after him, and I started landing some good shots with power, and I dropped him in the first round with a punch I set up with a jab to the body, and then he over pursued his jab, and I looked over the top and caught him with the right hand and put him down, and then after that I just went after him, and in the first time after that he literally stopped the fight himself. I landed some good body shots, and he gave up in the corner. He wasn't able to continue fighting, so the referee was forced to stop the fight.
With your victory in the fight, how would you grade your performance? Were you able to accomplish? What grade do you give for yourself for your performance?
I would say maybe a B minus.
Why the B minus? What would you have done differently in your performance?
I would say after I dropped them, just a little bit more combos, and maybe I could have finished them a little bit faster, and that's the reason I look for as a B minus.
Mhm. Did you start off the way you wanted to start off? Unfortunately, we weren't able to see the fight here. So, looking at your performance, you stopped him in the first round by TKO. What did your opponent, as your opponent emerged and you're rating your performance at B minus, what was your opponent able to do that you felt didn't allow you, prevented you from executing like you would have liked?
His desire to keep fighting, wanting to fight, and keep coming hard at me. I had to be smart and set up my punches, and I wasn't able to land certain combos I would like to, but I was landing one or two punches that were just literally, were forcing him to back up. But his consistent pressure was there all night. However long the fight lasted, it was there.
And for those of you just listening in, of course, we're talking to Danny Valdivia. And shout out to Pueblo Boxing and Supreme Boxing. If you're calling into the show during Danny's interview, you have the opportunity to win a T-shirt and tiny trunk sponsored by Pueblo Boxing. We have somebody in queue from 718, so let's see who this is. You are on with the Ruckus. Who am I speaking to? Hello, 718. 718. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello?
Who am I speaking to?
This is Adam from New York City.
Hi, Adam from New York City. How are you?
I'm good. I just tuned in a couple minutes ago.
So, Adam, looking back, we are on with Danny Valdivia, who is a top-ranked prospect. Are you calling in to talk to Danny, or are you calling in to talk about this past weekend's fight action?
I follow Danny because I've seen his fights, and he's a great fighter. So I was just here to, listen into his insight about the fight, and I'm an amateur boxer, so I'm here, looking for some inside tips.
Okay, well, go ahead. You have the man there. Go ahead and ask away, Danny. The gentleman is a fan of yours and he admires your work. He wants to ask you a couple questions. Go ahead, Adam. Ask away.
Hey, Danny, what's up? What's one advice that you would give to a amateur boxer looking forward to being a professional in terms of everyday motivation, training? What's your point of view, and how are you getting there?
Yeah. First off, Adam, I want to say I really appreciate you following my career, and I really appreciate that you're looking keep following my career. It means a lot, you know. But first off, I want to say that it's it's a daily thing, you know, man. You wake up, you have to find a motivation, man. If it's your, you know, if you have children, if you have family, brothers, sisters, you have to find a motivation that could really like drive you to become somebody in the sport, you know. But as an amateur, you know, what helped me a lot was fighting in the national tournament. Man. When you fight in national tournaments, it really boosts your confidence, you know. See, if you can get out to those national tournaments and win a national tournament, it's huge, man, because those tournaments are like you're fighting the number one people in the nation. If you could beat fighters like at that level, it's very builds your confidence a lot, you know. It builds your confidence to a bigger perspective, you know, and you could keep moving forward, you know.
Right. Thanks, man. I really, really appreciate that. It means a lot because coming from somebody with that kind of experience, you know, I thank you for that.
Yeah, no, man. Of course, man. Any questions you have, I'm here to listen and answer them, you know.
Yeah, and one more. When are you gonna fight in New York City?
It's up to the promoter, Top Rank, but Top Rank does throw shows in New York City, so I hope in the near future. So definitely, if I do fight in New York, I hope to see you there, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be there, of course, and I'm following you on Facebook, and I just wanted to say one more time, thank you again for your time, and keep it up, champ. I look forward to seeing you fighting.
Thank you so much, Adam. And if you can, man, send me a message, man, or like one of my pictures so I could follow you back, or we could talk over the social media accounts, man. I would love to get to know you, man.
Órale, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Échale ganas.
Gracias, hermano. Gracias.
Órale, cuídate.
Gracias, man.
All right, thanks, Adam. So Danny, you currently fight you're currently fighting at junior middleweight. You know, right now that's kind of the congested division, light welter, welter, super welter. You kind of are now in the mix, especially over on the top ranked side. This weekend we just saw Manny Pacquiao versus Algieri, not exactly fighting at your weight class, but they both have the ability to kind of move in weight throughout those divisions. What did you think of the fight, the Pacquiao Algieri fight? What were your takeaways from it?
I do take away that the fight was Manny Pacquiao is is just a world class fighter, and Algeria, he was in there with a world class fighter. But I do respect that this Algeria was in there the whole 12 rounds. He was beat every single round, but he wasn't knocked out, and he still looked most of the rounds, even though he was getting dropped, he still looked like he was there. He was giving a great fight, but definitely the level of competition would definitely stepped it up, and it just in the professionals you need a little bit more power to give yourself a little bit of better edge, and that just Manny Pacquiao was able to outpower him and outspeed him, and it just showed that night the dividends with the speed and power.
Looking at yourself now that you're making your name now as a top ranked signee and at that weight class, how many fights do you feel that you're away? Ultimately it's up for the promoter to put you on the cards and give you that exposure. How far do you think skill-wise you are from, challenging at one of the titles, one of the variations of the belt?
I would love to, hopefully around the 16th, 17th, 18th fight of my career, I would like to, possibly challenge for, one of the big green belts. That would be perfect for me, for my family, for my team, and that would be just the perfect number for myself to challenge for a belt.
Right. Ryan, do you have questions for Manny?
No, not really. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's impressive. Just keep working. And stay out of trouble. Don't follow guys like Adrian Broner. I don't want to see any of that nonsense.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Yeah. It's a sport that it's beautiful, man, and you're able to do a lot of things. I'm a family man, and I have a big family. Just being able to be with my family, this brings all my family together. Whenever I go fight, all my family shows up. Over 200 people, just in my family. We have a huge family, and it's beautiful, having all my family get together. So it is a beautiful sport. So I just got to keep working hard, and hopefully bigger and better things come.
So what does your family think about all this? Now that you're with a major promoter and you're starting to make some weight, how, like, I mean, you have a big family, but, like, just your core family, like your parents and siblings, if you have any siblings, like, you know, what do they think about all this?
Yeah, I mean, I have 4 brothers and 1 sister, and I'm the baby, and my 2 parents. But they really supported. You know, as a young boy, they knew that I was you know, I had potential in the sport. You know, as in sports, and they really do support it. They just think, you know what, as long as you keep doing good and just, you know, stay out of trouble, you know, we're gonna be here for you. And they really, you know, I see them, you know, the happiness in their eyes after a fight. You know, that's for me, that's everything, you know. So it just, I have to keep making them proud and happy. So they're definitely happy right now.
All right, Danny, do you have any fights coming up that we can talk about, that we can let the listeners know about?
Yeah, I want to invite everybody out to my next fight. It will be December 6th, next week, in Glendale, California. It will be my first fight in Los Angeles, and it was going to be awesome, you know, being able to fight in front of the Los Angeles crowd. This will be huge, you know, especially there's a huge Los Angeles boxing fans out there, you know, so this will be my next fight. It will be my 6th professional fight in Los Angeles, in Glendale, California, at the Civic Auditorium. And
awesome.
I also want to let people know once the tickets are available, whoever purchases the ticket will get a free Team Chapulín shirt as well, so they can support it to my fight.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. You know, make sure, Danny, how can they keep up with you, or what's the best way for them to get the tickets so they can get the merchandise? How could they go about with that? Let the listeners know.
Once tickets are available, tickets will be available, I believe, by the end of this week. But once they're available, Supreme Boxing will post it, and myself as well. And they can also follow me on my Instagram page at Valdivia Boxing, and on my Facebook page, Daniel L. Chapulín Valdivia.
Okay. We have some other people who are calling in. I think they want to talk to you. Let me pick up a call here. You are on with the Ruckus. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, this is Diana.
Hi, Diana. How are you?
I'm doing good. I had a question for Danny.
Okay.
Well, first of all, let me just tell you that I go to a lot of your fights, and you got me to love boxing, and now I understand it a lot more. But I've been to a couple of boxing matches, and I was just wondering, how did you feel when the guy, he gave up? Like, did you realize you had that much power? I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
Well, Diana, I mean, when I stepped in the ring, you know, I feel so much power. Like, it's something that overcomes me when I get in the ring. It was crazy. I mean, I was able to knock him out. I'd never seen that happen before either, but I guess, you know, the strength and conditioning has been paying off.
Okay, right. And I also had another question. Now that it's Thanksgiving and you have a fight, how are you going to do it to resist not eating so much?
Well, that's a hard one. Good question. I think I'm going to have to, you know, stay away from Thanksgiving for my family, but it's going to be hard. But no, definitely what I'm going to do is just think about, you know, how much sacrifice and hard work I've put in to get to this moment, and I can't let, although it's a beautiful, you know, festival and festivities, I can't let that moment strike what's coming next, you know, my big fight. So I have to stay in weight and stay in shape and not overeat, you know.
All right. That's a good question. I never even thought. That's a great question, Diana. I didn't even think about that. You know, boxers like to eat too. Thanks for listening in, Diana.
Thank you.
I think we have one more caller for you, Danny, and then we'll let you get back to it. You are on. Hello, is it connected? Hello, you are on with the Ruckus. Who am I speaking to?
Yes, hello. My name's Ephraim.
Hi, Ephraim. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know what, Danny, I just wanted to ask you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go right on ahead. He is listening in and ready to take your question.
Hey, Danny, for all your fans out there, let them know how it was growing up in a small community that you come from. I'm pretty, I follow you, obviously, quite a bit, and just explain to the people how it is, where you come from, and explain, too, how your whole career started kind of a little bit, if you can, just a little bit in brief, just to let the people know where you've actually came from.
Yeah, you know, I was actually born in Mexico, but I migrated over here as a 1-year-old. And I started boxing around the age of 11 years old, but thanks to my brother Santiago, he started me in the sport. He continued pushing me, my family, my godfather, everybody was there as a young boy attending my tournaments, my amateur tournaments, and it was terrific, you know. But coming from a small town is just it's simply, you know, beautiful, because I feel like a lot of people doubt the small town and say, hey, you know, it's not possible, you know, coming from a small town. But I just want to show them otherwise, you know, because it is possible. You don't have to come from a huge city or from a big background. That it's very possible, you know, coming from Tulare, you know. But I'm happy and proud to be from Tulare. So it's been a journey, you know. Little by little, we're moving up. So I'm excited for the future.
Well, that's awesome. I just want to let you know you got a lot of followers here in the San Joaquin Valley, and I know that big things are coming for you, man. Just keep up what you're doing. We really want to stay in touch and keep following you throughout your career. Good luck.
I appreciate that so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you soon. And I appreciate your comment.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Thank
Danny.
you.
So before we wrap it up with you, let folks know how they can keep up with you and, you know about your fights and your social media and how they can keep in touch with you.
Yeah, they can definitely keep up with me on my Instagram, at Valdivia Boxing, Twitter, at Valdivia Boxing, and Facebook, Daniel El Chapulín Valdivia. And anybody that feels free, they can give me a call. They can send me a message or anything they like. You know, I'm here to listen to people and hear out their comments and whatever they have going on throughout their life. You know, I just want to feel like I want to be a motivator. You know, be able to inspire people, and if I can do that in some kind of way, I'm here to listen. I'm here to listen to them.
All right, Danny. Well, you keep up the great work. Keep working hard, and we look forward to talking to you again in the future after another victory.
Thank you so much, Susanna. I appreciate you having me on, and it means a lot. You know, you guys are awesome. You guys have a great show.
All right. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Take care.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.